Hi there, is the mic working? Sorry for making you wait a bit longer than usual today. There was something I had to sort out right after I hit the button to start streaming. I was accidentally open the Steam overlay. This time I didn't do any leveling up or anything off stream because I couldn't. I didn't actually realize that when last time I saved during this flashback with Sazantos. It's not like I needed to do anything off stream. So this is just after he found that book and found out about everything that happened with his mother and how like he came to be.
指輪は集まったようだな。
Hi there, Kira.
これで世は再び安寧を得る。そなたがもたらしたのだ。秩序をな。サザントスよ。この時を長く思い描いてきた。そなたに成果の際を認めた。あの日から。
この炎、私の母はファラメなのか？
知ってしまったか。
The flame is literally her mother. His
フ
mother.
ァラメはそなたを産んだ女だ。だがサザントスよ。すべては必要なことだった。我々が成したことにより、そなたは生まれた。清き炎をまとって、その炎が救った者は数知れぬ。炎は受け継がれ、世の均衡は長く保たれてきたのだ。
いいな。かつて私も信じていた。青き炎を、人間の良心を。だがそんなものはこの世にないと知った。我が母は貴様らに汚された。指輪を集めたのは成果を守り、教会の権威を維持するため。我が身が可愛かっただけなのだろう。
サザントス。
What I'm still confused about is that if this happened far into the past, meaning that Sadnus was always planning what he was doing in the present by the time we first met him. Because if you recall, the first time Sazantos shows up, he guides the Avatar to the island where they would seal the rings, the ones the Avatar had at that point. But then they get stolen. But then Sazantos wants the rings for himself so he can like recreate the world. Why would he want to seal the rings at the beginning there? I guess he did just like unseal them after they had gathered them all.
邪悪を滅するためにならば
Hi there,
私
knights.
が召してくれよ。この世の邪悪をすべて焼き尽くしてやる。青き炎をその身で味わうがいい。
It's been so long that I forgot his movesets. Like it used to feel so overpowered.
好きだらけだ。命乞いなら母よ。好きだらけ
Hey, he's not spending any BP. And never saw what his Zot looked like. Before like he saw being required.
邪悪を焼き尽くせ。
Also, he's one of very few Parimiros actually holds his weapon on like his fighting pose. Which is sorry because he only has one.
まだだ。まだ邪悪がいる。焼き尽くさねば。
Though in Octopath 1, you actually always have your characters soldier weapons. Like if they can have multiple weapons, they have multiple sprites for holding each one when you select them in battle. And we have to kill the other clergyman, I guess.
貴様も貴様も好きだらけだ。逃げられぬ。好きだらけだ。逃げられぬぞ。母よ。
And he gets his SP back as well every turn. I guess it's basically impossible to lose here.
邪悪を焼き尽くせ。
Not be so rushed, plus it is you who looked after who raised you.
貴様に問う。我が母は人か、それとも玩具か。答えを知っているだろう。さあ。 邪悪は好きだらけだな。逃げられぬぞ。消され。邪悪を焼き尽くせ。
I almost skipped a cutscene. If there's a save point there, it's probably the place that's supposed to go last. Ash always follows in the wake of a flame. I'll not ask for forgiveness. Alright then. You make it easier.
貴様もファラメを怪我したのか。我が母を。
All the Saiyans is really sounding like Strabo from Live Alive Wing after he turns evil now. Oh, his BP charge voice is different.
ここで何を学んだ。逃げられぬぞ。母よ。焼き尽くせ。ここが弱かった。行くぞ。 邪悪は消され。邪悪を焼き尽くす。
His flame is turning purplish. Oh, and it's very subtle. Actually, kinda look like the fire on a gas stove, no?
サザントス。
こんなところで何を戯れている。テラグラフ。貴様の友人たちは仲良く灰となったぞ。
主に背くのか、サザントス。
Sazanto single-handedly making the church embrace cremation as opposed to burials.
私に向けるな。私がお前を生み出してやったのだ。
いいな。私を産んだのは母だ。そしてこの炎こそ我がその身に受けるがいい。はっ。ここが弱っ。
立てた王すべての欲を捨てろ。
よ。
バカめ。成果を使えるのは貴様だけではない。
As never made the connection that the reason, the likely reason why your character gets blue when it's fully charged with VP is because the sacred flame is blue.
この私にも最下等が一つきりだとでも思っていたか。神の作りし者すら我々は作り出せる。悪なき探求の結果、人は神の力すら使いこなす。そしてその人を導き秩序をもたらすのが我らの使命よ。
何も知らぬ幼き私にもいつかそうささやいた。貴様のすべてが不快だ。口を閉じている。せかさずとも今焼いてやる。
Saying isolate three heroes church from Shield Hero.
お前もバラメも力と使われるためにあるのだ。いいか、成果も貴様もただの道具に過ぎん。それを増長し牙を向き折ってこの偽りの地目が。
Sazanto's probably takes like no damage from any attack using the blue flame.
母よ。
Evil Church with a tool that they say rivals the power from the gods.
隙だらけ。命乞いなら聞け。邪悪はやった。
立てた王を忘れたか。
母よ。
Kiorosat is got 3 weaknesses, while Sazanto's hero only has 2 forms of attack.
母よ。この汚物を焼くことは望まぬか。あなたは清らかだからな。だが黒獣
he turned up the dial on the stove all the way.
貴様らの罪と世の邪悪を焼き払う炎だ。我が黒き炎よ、すべてを焼き尽くせ。
Oh, that's fine.
母よ、焼き尽くせ。ここが弱かろう。
すべての欲を捨てよ。
焼き尽くせ。ここで何を。
Hey, 4 hit dark attack. I wish I had that.
母よ、焼き尽くせ。消され。邪悪を焼き尽くす。
サザントス、お前の清らかな産声を聞いたとき、私には分かった。お前こそが炎を継ぐものだと。やめろ。私はお前の。
許せ、母よ。そなたの炎は優しすぎる。
I'm now wondering how he did this in the past and nobody knew in the present.
人間たちを、この世のすべて黒き炎で焼き尽くす。そして私が貴様たちにもう一度すべてを授けてやろう。
They hide it. Granted, this church might have been like a secret, but the rest of the church as an organization would know if this place got wiped out.
選ばれし者よ、そなたは何を思う。
Kinda, I still don't get why you're doing what you're doing.
我はそなたの心に従おう。今一度己を見つめ直すがよい。そして覚悟ができたなら御鏡を見つめよ。
What I don't get is how you make the jump from like the church is an evil institution that abuses people to I'm going to fix that by killing everybody and recreating the entire world. Like, you are skipping a lot of steps there, in my opinion. Because all of Sazanto's hardship comes from a single source, but he makes it everybody's problem. Really think he should be like a specifically anti-church, anti-religion character instead of like a generic apocalyptic villain. Don't want this to be known, cause he thinks that cause it to them up being known. Oh, you have a point. Oh, is there something back there? Oh, is if I want to go back.
黒き炎に飲まれた。そなたはどうだ。闇に飲まれぬ自信があるか。では御 三鏡に指輪をかざすがよい。
I should have checked that door up there, but I probably can't open it.
そのものはそなた自身だ。選ばれし者よ。今一度己の心と向き合うがよい。
Does he have inner thoughts? I will never figure that out.
教えて。
Their hometown destroyed. Yoke is consumed by the dark flaming, still with a burning desire for vengeance.
この世は欲にまみれている。
Speaking full sentences.
欲深い者に清き者は汚されていく。そんな世界を取り戻したいというのか。
So why can't you do that normally? Why only the
倒させてもらう。
only fake Yugi has to do it? As in speaking. Because the game would be so much better with that.
じゃあうまく直すわ。全力で。波状射撃よ。やだ。やるわよ。さてと今のうちに直すわ。今よ。
Let's fire money from myself.
新掌白リペルガンよ。全力で。波状射撃よ。やっと片付いたわ。
Tell me.
教えて。
Their hometown destroyed. Yuki harbors a burning desire for vengeance, yet wallows in despair. Illuminate. I'm upset now because you're telling me that the avatar could have had the voice acting and dialogue all this time. You always had the option to do that.
闇を恐れるな。心に灯火を持ち、希望を照らし続けよ。さすれば。
やはりそなたの心は美しい。指輪の力はきっとそなたの道を照らすだろう。この道をたどり深海へと進むがよい。そこにかの者がいる。
I'm still not sure whose voice is this because it's apparently not Sazonta's. Learned Alfric's grace. Oh, the first Soto got an upgrade. And it's the same, but it also revives, no? And that must be the Cathedral of Ash. We never saw it from the outside.
私を拒む。だが、行かねばならない。
Don't know why he's talking to a door.
してもらうぞ。そなたが生んだオルステラは行く末を誤った我が炎であるべき姿に作り変えてやろう。今こそ私に与えよう天地創造の力を。さあ
And she opens her eyes, right? No. I thought they would do it like right as it was fading out as a jump scare. So it's time for the final chapter. Do I doubt I finish it today?
サザントス、サザントス、あなたはきっと炎に選ばれて、
Statue's face to crack and reveal a monster underneath.
そして
Is it meant to be a statue actually? Because it's a static art, but I don't think it's meant to be a statue. It is actually Ursa's body.
"わかるぞ、オルサよ。私に継がれんとしている貴様の力が。この先は深海へと通じている。そなたの探すものはそこに。では道を開こう。聖火の加護があらんことを。
Final chapter. I feel like I've played this game my whole life by this point. Even though I don't think I'll be done with this game this week. It's probably gonna stretch it at least until next week. And am I doing the finale without my party? Because if you recall, all this is taking place in like an alternate world that Sazanto sent the Avatar to.
だがいささか遅かったようだな。私はついに手にしたのだ。原母神オルサの持つ創造主の力を。そなたにも止められまい。いいな。もはや戦う意味もない。なぜならこれから始まるのは何者も争わず戦わぬ世だ。さあそなたに見せてやろう。欲なき世を。
Yeah, you said that before. Then you showed me that scene with Laune giving birth or being pregnant, I think. Yeah, I didn't get the point of it.
ようやく起きたのね。どうしたの？驚いた顔して。嫌な夢でも見
Mo
たの
has
か
a
しら。
good sense of humor.
父さんはもう外でいつものをやってるわよ。早く行きなさいな、寝ぼすけさん。
Your fathers are outside doing what he does. What's father's called, Mom? Because I forgot again. And we're back at the prologue. But I think that's more people than there were originally. Oh, what's Remy doing here? The people first have such compassion for each other. No more so the residents of this town. Conflict ceases to exist here. Grandpa Anders been teaching me about agriculture. Can't wait until I get real good at growing veggies. The youngsters are snatching up all the farming jobs, I tell you. That's an old woman to do above the city at home and relax. To be able to spend another day of reverence with my Margot is like a dream come true. Hey, what without desires would just be nature? Depends on what you consider to be desire, which it's a problem this game also has. Because animals are driven by desire, that's what leads them to survive. Even Octopath 1 characters are here. The people of Flames Grace are in good hands with Archbishop Joseph and Juliana. So perhaps I should stay and watch over the people here. So are you telling me that Sazantos didn't even like remove the church from his ideal world? I can't explain it, but I had a strange feeling that this is where I need to be. Oh dear, that's going to die again.
そなたもいい腕だ。英雄が聖火祭の警護に来てくれるとは心強い。あなたの活躍はこの町まで届いている。薬師たちを支援し、生まれた薬の数々は今や大陸全土の民の救いとなっている。ウィッシュベールの皆も英雄の来訪を喜んでいる。
私は聖火の導きに従っているだけ。それと先人から受け継いだ知識があってこそだ。
なんと謙虚だ。その剣と同じだな。
そなたの剣こそ素晴らしかった。肥沃に入り、共に大陸を救わないか。
I think Mon's gonna lose her husband, but not because of death this
私は
time.
長年この地を守ってきた。この剣はウィッシュベールのために奮いたい。
民を思うからこそそこまで強くなったのだな。私も見習わなければならん。英雄の名に見合った働きをまだできていない。世の平和と繁栄を願い、この先も身を捧げるつもりだ。
It was like it should have been called selfishness. I would say vices, but I know that I also use that word a bit too loosely.
きっとあなたの思いは受け継がれるさ。私もそろそろ次に託してもいいかもしれんな。
ほう、君が次期自警団長かね。父親に似て勇敢な目をしている。そなたがいればウィッシュベールの未来は明るいな。
But if this world has no design and no conflict, why is there a watch? Why are there knights even? The knights ardent are ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. So I have to wonder whether our presence is needed when Ental is so blessed by the secret flame. Or surely we're at peace as long as that's young people like you. Nothing is impossible if people who join hands and work together. And look who else is there. A hero flies too close to the heavens while their wings clipped and turned to ash. That proverb seems completely unfounded when I look at this town. And you say Freyd's sword playing action is a legend, so that's what my dad is called. Of course, the senior is her father. Wonder if I could get him to sign something later. I almost too nervous to ask. The watch and the scarlet wings to keep everyone safe. Don't worry about it all, Yuki. Your friends waiting, aren't they? Go have fun. At 4 ads are playing. So I postponed on that like 2 or 3 times, the maximum. Because the game was playing a long sequence of cutscenes and I didn't want to interrupt them. But it should be over in less than a minute. Meanwhile, I can recall what the town looked like before it got destroyed. And before I turned into like a bizarre mix of desert and snowland. Also, I didn't mean to trigger this. I have to wait for that to be over. I meant to speak to some of the NPCs I didn't know would start a cutscene by coming down here. And the ads should be over, so I'll come back.
エルフリックが眠ると言われる地、一度来てみたかったの。私もよ。嬉しいわ、姉さん。でもよかったの？マフレズ様は。一人前の気遣いはあなたも恋人を作ってから。妹の誕生日よ。これくらいさせなさい。姉さん。帰ったらマフレズ様にもお礼を言わなくちゃ。
So far, the words are bad at all. I have some critique for this world already. I think Sadantos doesn't realize that if there's no conflict, there is no like a reason for people to ever develop the idea of like military nice weapons and all that.
私たちこれから劇を見に行くのです。
He doesn't really get his own
あの
ideals.
ご一緒にいかがですか？あら、いいわね。よろしければ。嬉しい。さあ、行きましょう。もう子供みたいにはしゃいで。いいお話だったわ。悪王を倒す。
Sorry, I speechless by the fact that I just went on a double date with the princess.
希望の光のような。ご一緒してくれて感謝します。洗うね。あなたもお礼を。洗うね。
So Rika just said she wishes Alana would act her age a bit more, and now she's treating her like a toddler.
ごめんなさい、姉さん。なぜか思い出しちゃったの。いつか見た夢。夢？
I had a dream where you were executed.
どれだけ探しても見つからず、もう会えないの。それなのに私は何もできなくて。大丈夫よ、アラメ。私はここにいる。どこへも行かないわ。とても幸せよ、アラメ。姉さん。ごめんなさい。ご一緒できて私も嬉しかったです。もしよろしければ、いつかまたエドラスへお越しください。マフレズやレブランともお会いしたいでしょう。ささやかですが、私がベリーパイを焼きますわ。
I'd be happy to bake a berry pie too.
美味しいんですよ、姉のベリーパイは。みんなで再会を祝いましょう。
Wow, he really front-loaded this to try to persuade me by having Elrica show up right off the bat. I think that's cheating.
きっと。
Okay, the developers were thinking of me when they made this sequence. Because when the sequence with Elric and Sorcia is right behind you after that. Expected things to be more this topic. They might be. I'm sure there's gonna be a twist somewhere. The chirping of birds, the bubbling brook, nature is filled with a song. Perhaps now there's no need for me to sing anymore. I have wonderful tidings. The playwright was giving me work. See, now that putting up my sword was indeed the correct choice, I think I have a gift for this. Welcome to the Meowzium. Here you can watch plays, read the books. There is more than enough to keep you preoccupied for nine whole lives. I love the sound to say warm and friendly place that puts a smile on everyone's face. Leila's got an even more interested in studying ever since the museum was built. Now she bombards me with all sorts of questions day after day. Guess I should study up too. The flame barrel shrine in the azure flamestone. There's really not so much for me to study. I may very well end up spending the rest of my life here. You achieved so much already, Professor. Don't worry, even if you retire, I'll still be here for you. It is a marvelous town, I'm not sure why, but it soothes my soul somehow. Perhaps I don't pursue my research with such an ardent fervor any longer. All the condensed wisdom seems to be drawn here to this library. I've never been happier, I wish to stay here forever. If first gave birth to the land, then what gave birth to us? Where does everything come from and where does it go? Life is full of mysteries. We traveled together before, haven't we? Feels like a lifetime ago now. Please visit us again if you can. They're going to be delighted to have you too. Can we just drag this Elrica back to the real world and to like leave everything else? The pyramids are losing out their drive. That was what I was about to comment. It's kind of a like a pleasure box situation where everybody's too comfortable.
ごめんなさい。怪我はない？よかった。あなたも来てくれる？おばあ様の回帰祝いに。素敵なお客様がごちそうを用意して
She
くだ
was
さった
running, I
の。
bet. She just came back from ratting me out to
あんなに
Armenia.
心優しい方がいらっしゃるなんて。ヘルミニ
Oh,
ア様、
speaking of which.
本当にありがとうございます。
その後、お体の具合はいかがですの？
嘘みたいに調子が良くなったよ。青年石だってこの実一つで取ってきたんじゃ。
それは喜ばしいこと。
ヘルミニア様、このご恩忘れません。祖母の病を治す高価な薬と腕のいい薬師さんまで。
ヤヤさん、すっかり元気になられましたね。
ローラナさん、
Minions look like your flashback
私た
self.
ちからお祝い
I
です。
think if you get Termina as a playable character in the gacha, you can swap between
ありがとう。
her normal look and her flashback
ベル
look.
ノートさん、
But it's different from what she looks like. Her hair is different.
皆さんお揃いのようですわね。さあ、ヤヤさんの快挙を祝して乾杯いたしましょう。
これは
バローレの名産、白ぶどう
I like
の
that
ワイン
I'm
ですわ。
not invited.
なんともかぐわしい、たまらんわい。
もうおばあ様ったら飲みすぎちゃダメよ。
あら、いらしてくださったのね。どうなさって？不思議そうな顔ね。そんな顔をなさらず、一緒に楽しみましょ
So
う。
the Hermine is stopping evil if we just ripped your mask off.
父が亡くなって遺産が残りましたの。けれど私たちの手には多すぎましたわ。私は家族で話し合ってこうして多くの方と分け合おうと決めましたのよ。幸福をね。大切な家族とこうして楽し
So this world
く
still has a concept of wealth and it still has like richer and I presume poor people. Oscar would still hate it here. But you'll probably see him in a moment. That's so many people to talk to. Many are graciously supporting my research, including Lord Tyros and Lady Herminia. I couldn't be more grateful to all of them. Are you Yuki by any chance? The star is bathed in such a warm light. The star is bathed in such a warm light, says the blind girl. Sazantos, you jokester. Please try not to drink too much, Kwanma. This wine has such a wonderfully earthy flavor. You must thank the Flamebringer and the one who was once Mother of All for this blessing. I went into Venus so that I could hold a banquet here. Just stay to the flame of fire, but I hope you do enjoy yourselves. I'm thrilled to be here to enjoy this celebration with everyone. The food here is absolutely divine. Not only does it taste delightful, it even warms the soul. And here's where you'll find the August I met. Oh, look at Stia on the bottom right there.
Marvelous! この胸を貫いたのは我が娘の刃だったとは。
あなたは孤独な王です。私たちは前へ進むだけ。光の差す方へ。素晴らしかったです、シュワルツさん。
Why is Stia's outfit a different color?
この度はお招きありがとう。こんな魅力的な舞台で公演できるとは夢のようだ。普段はもっとこじんまりとやっているものでな。
娘を連れてシアトポリスに建築の勉強に行った時、あんたの手作りの舞台に娘が吸い込まれちまったんだ。本当は大劇場を見る予定だったんだがな。
もう父さん、余計なこと言わなくていいの。シュワルツさんの舞台からは愛が溢れていました。お客さんたちもみんな本当に幸せそうで、私もあんな風に人を笑顔にしたいって思いました。
それはこちらのセリフだよ。ウィッシュベールの素晴らしい建築の数々、そしてそこに住まう愛にあふれた人々、どれも創作意欲をかきたてる心地よい刺激だ。すべてあなたたち親子が手がけたのだろう。
シュワルツさん。
へへ、そうさ、この天才親子が作ったんだ。
ちょっと父さん。
嬉しいね、自分の子が褒められるのは。
お父さんねえ、あれやって、あれ。
やれやれ、仕方ないな。
マーベラス。
ミハエル、あまり困らせてはダメよ。素敵なご家族ですね。
君たちに頼みがある。
Why the music stop?
私たちの家を建ててはくれないか。二人には私の夢のためにいろいろ苦労をかけてしまっている。だが私の一番大切なものはあの二人の笑顔だ。売れない劇作家ゆえあまり贅沢はできないが、ぜひとも君たちに作ってほしい。二人がいつも笑って暮らせる家を。
喜 お受けします。とびっきり素敵な家を作ってみせます。ね、父さん。
おうよ。
Build that house of a gallows beside it, like the one they lived in the real world.
四つ葉を見つけ
Here
た
I
ら
thought I was going to say like wake up Yuki, this is an illusion. Would be actually really funny.
俺に
もっと劇を見に来る人が増えるといいね。
そうだ
Oh yeah, the other day I watched another streamer go through the fight with Francesca in that old poison cutscene.
だが
And it's very illuminating to watch it again, knowing that Schwartz is August. Because when like Francesca is about to die, she says like sorry August and all that, while Schwartz is holding her. So she was like speaking directly to him. I also saw Xanthus' ideal world is just like a hurt comfort fanfic. But because this game takes place in the Middle Ages, he didn't have AO3 as an outlet to write it. So he set out to become an evil god. I have quite a tale to tell, don't you, Yuki? I like to base my next play in your adventures. I hope you'll tell me all about them sometime. He only just finished his latest play, he's already started writing the next one. I don't understand his love for it either though, since I used to be an actress myself. Oh, she's not one anymore. They do like Daddy's play. I want to become a playwright just like him someday. Did anybody new shop here? Or just stay lonely king? We continue to press further on towards the light. I'm not sure why, but this place reminds me of my childhood. This might not be a bad place to settle down. It's not about being grandiose, but humble. That's how a playwright should be. I must admit I'm terribly ashamed of my past behavior. Nobody new here either. Yeah, everyone here is pretty content. Can't put my skills to the test here, but maybe that's not so bad. For this paint here, I could live a carefree life without my bow. I'll never get accustomed here as long as I cling to my clan's ways. I'll be able to acquire some suitable clothing for me. I'm managing to keep the shop afloat, just barely. But as long as people in this are happy, that's enough for me. Ah, so here's one strike against Xanthus' ideal world. In this reality, Delicia will have a less revealing outfit. This town has a lot more to offer than I thought. I bought myself a ring. It's only glass, but who cares? I think it's gorgeous. I was spoken to those people already. Oh my, the Panther is here. If it isn't Yuki, by the way, this is Solo in disguise. Rich, I mean Charles and I are debating what lessons to take from Wishvale. A bustling town abandoned with nature truly is a wondrous place. This is a delightful town, Yuki. But if you ever find yourself with some time to spare, I'd be more than happy to join you on another adventure. Did you know Valor doesn't just have good wine, but good brandy too? Now that I care what I'm drinking, so long as it's alcohol. Great game is some time off, things are a little hectic at the end right now. But it's all worth it to see Carabel in such high spirits. I'm so sorry, but we're full. I can introduce to you to an acquaintance though. Oh, it's you, Yuki. I can barely keep up with all of these visitors. Once things settle down, I'll have to ask Lavor to expand this place. I can't talk to animals anymore. It's been some time since I last got drunk. It's not the end, shark. I'll have my fill. The oceans have long been my home, but perhaps it's time for a change. Sharing drinks with an empress from abroad without any worries of war. It's not such a bad way of life. You autumn patrol Toyoki. Good on for being diligent, but somehow I doubt this place has ever seen so much as a squabble. I managed to capture a lord of the flies. The children will be so excited. Talk about your father again, Sparrow. Oh, he didn't.
白ぶどうは雨に弱い。だから雨よけは欠かせない。
おお、そいつは知らなかった。
手間暇はかかるが、その分最高の代物になるぜ。
今から完成が楽しみだぜ。
久しぶりだな、相棒。
よっ、祭りで振る舞われてたワインがあんまりうまいからよ。生産者から作り方を教わってたんだ。
まさかブドウ栽培から聞かれるとはな。だがこの町は気候も土もいい。きっと格別のワインができる。うちの農園も規模が大きくなってきた。質のいい白ぶどうを育てられるようになってな。
Yeah, cause out at space that was planting
ワインを作って売ってる。
used for planting drugs, not used for planting white grapes, I assume.
来いよ。あんたに会いたがってるやつがいる。
Is it gonna be Sonia? Yeah.
ソニア、来たぜ。
Who is a playable character in the gacha, actually?
あなたは久しぶりじゃない。やっと会えたわね。あなたの旅の話をたくさん聞きたいわ。
ファミリーはどうしたって？何のことだ、相棒。俺たちはずっと農園を
We've
やっ
always
てきて
been
ただろ。
grape farmers.
うほ、相棒じゃねえか。
いいところだな、ウィッシュベール。
ティツィアノ、ワインの納品は？
無事に済んだぜ。レビーナたちに引き継いだ。
おいおい、大丈夫かよ。レビーナはともかく、タッチってのにはあのクマ野郎も入ってんだろ。
The others include that bear bastard.
ロッソはああ見えて仕事はできる。
Or is he off drugs in this
喜んで体を
world?
へへ、違いねえか。あのワイング豆。
なあ、久しぶりに揃ったんだ。あれ、やろうぜ。
お、いいね。
いいわね。
クールだ。
そうだな。
He's addicted to good vibes instead of powder. I guess he's addicted to wine this time.
おいおい、どうしちゃったんだよ。まさか忘れちまったわけじゃねえよな。
カティーナ。
どうした、ティツィアノ。
いや、
I'll say if he's still called Tiziano, because that was his fake name, that means Osuke still has
こういうのも
his tragic backstory in this world. He maybe didn't want to still becomes a villain.
これからどうする？
そうだな。久々に相棒にも会えたんだ。一杯やろう。
So quick before I continue here and before Nad starts playing with someone, I'm taking a break. See you in a moment. Hi there. So they reminded me of something. That I love Wishfay and all the people in it. Never want to live anywhere else.
選ばれし者よ。これが私が理想とする世だ。皆互いに譲り合い、助け合い、敬い合う。欲などに縛られずな。これがすべてだ。他に何者も必要ない。この世界はそなたを拒みはしない。気に入ったのならいつまでもいるがいい。いつまでもな。
Does the game stop me from saying yes? To auto intensity top forever, never again picking up their weapon. Oh, I beat the game. Well, that was Octopath Traveler 0. Thanks. Thanks for watching this playthrough. I did say right before that dialogue, right? Yeah, I was worried I'd forgotten. Yeah, my actual choice. So, Santos, I think your world building is awful, and you should make another draft.
この地の人間の魂はサザントスの力で囚われている。この地の人々に指輪をかざすのだ。
If nobody ever has any problems, nobody's gonna want to read your books, Santos. Your fanfiction, I should say. That actually limit has been unlocked. I'll just see prompt you again.
選ばれし者よ。
He doesn't react to me saying no.
この地の人間の魂は
Eliminate everyone. You said you will finish the chapter today since you did. The daughter of the computer lover, she's currently helping her father with his work while studying to become a full-fledged architect herself. What happened to the color of your outfit in this timeline? Thanks for showing me the truth, Yuki. This is the tower we built together. I see that now. And she got the color of her... Oh, I guess she wasn't wearing her overalls before, now she is. So it seems like you can only limit it to the party members. Hey, why are Hale's funny this on this? She hopes to take what she's learned during her time in the peaceful lands of First Terra and apply it to better in her home country. No, this is not what I desire. I have yet to best you, Yuki. A hunter shares a deep bond with her snow leopard Lindy. She wants something ferocious monsters to protect the people from peril. However, in this peaceful town, absent from such danger, she started to believe that a relaxed and carefree life might be the way. Nothing's our way of life, whatever it's our means of survival. How could I have forgotten? A fifth was seemingly able to appear at will wherever he pleases, striking terror into the highborn and wealthy. Okay, so there's still thievery and crime in this ideal world. He came to Wishvale because he heard it was a prosperous town, but abandoning thoughts of mischief upon seeing how gentle the people were. Thoughts of mischief is a good one. I'll take to using that. Dreams are worthless. A lot of people to illuminate here. He leaves his nature in the hands of his attendant Mendoza and travels the content as he pleases in the merchant's disguise. To think someone could create an entire world. I'll never let anyone pull the wool over my eyes again. In truth, is Prince Richard. He travels on his father's orders so that he may broaden his horizons. Must be 8 days. I think it's time for us to get to work. A bodyguard worked at Valor's Tavern. Things are so peaceful that he does nothing but sharpen his blade all day. I knew it, the Flamebringer's light shines bright. Signed to remind someone of that. Also, Aert is not voice-acted. In the Empress of Garoha, a kingdom far to the west. She's left all administrative duties in the hands of her subordinates and is currently touring Orstera with her Black Panther Mafia. The time for waking has come already. Good, I was getting quite bored. Let us be off. The World of Grandport. Chef anciently completes necessary paperwork so that the port merchants can peddle their wares without trouble. Seems like she no longer takes to the seas these days. So that's what he dreams of, a world without desire. But like a ship without a course, there is no future for such a world. She cares still for a panther. The panther also vanished. But I'm pretty sure we killed it back when he fought there as a boss. A young apothecary in training was trying to follow in his father's footsteps. Upon visiting Wishvale, he became friends with the children in town, has since prioritized play over work. I can't stay here. I have to surpass my father. Head of the Bargelo Corporation. By running a white grape farm with his friends, he began a trade company to secure the necessary distribution channels. As I didn't speak to them here yet. Let me know when Wishvale gets its first harvest of white grapes. I'd love to compare the taste. A place like this is bound to produce some quality fruit. So this is Croatian. It's nothing but a wild dream. When I was a kid, I left home and came to Valor. I was starving, he gave me a piece of bread. Turns out to gain more by sharing, learning that saved me. Second in command at the Bargelo Corp. After going to the store in his youth, he took a liking to it. And became fast friends with Bargelo and his spouse. He frequently corresponds with his father Julian back home. He harvested a bunch of white grapes this year. He'll be so busy making wine, we'll be running around like headless chickens. For some reason, could inquire on this young only here, other than the from the unknown party members. The demand for our grapes has been increasing so much lately that we have to expand our fields. Come spring, this place will be covered in white grape flowers. It'll be exciting to see. Bajo and his friends taught me how to grow white grapes. I'll let you and Fred focus on keeping the town safe. In the middle of the town watch, there isn't much doing to do in this peaceful town, so he began helping out in the fields. At this point, he's well on his way to becoming a farmer. I guess it has a future that could have been. But it's just a dream. It is the town I need to protect. So can I inquire in the other villains at least? A member of the Quick clan, one of the Solan's 12 clans. Upon visiting Wishvale, she fell in love with the town's comfort and has since cast aside her clan's ways in an effort to acclimate to her new environment. Was this all I dream? No matter, we must focus on our task at hand. We cannot abandon our hunt. And you will never change your outfit, please. A young knight Ardante from the famed House of Ravos. He grew up listening to former knight Ardante Fried's tales of bravery, and so threw away his noble status and joined the knights himself once he was of age. No, this is not the way the order should be. I need to stop him. An archbishop to Sir Julius, the current pontiff. Using the knowledge her scholarly grandfather imparted to her, she guides the people and spreads the teaching of the flame across the continent. The commander of the Scarlet Wings, a subset of the Knights Ardante, he sailed as the greatest swordsman of the continent, but humbly denied his claims, and shows no interest whatsoever in yielding authoritative power. He currently devotes all his efforts to rehabilitating former criminals. A cleric from Flamesgrace, charmed by the town of Wishvale, she's contemplating settling here for good. Thank you for waking me. I hope you continue to guide me through light. Oh, where's Laurana? A bishop of the Order of the Sacred Flame. He came to this town as an archbishop. As Archbishop Seraphina's attendant. He's a distant relative of Yuki's mother, Yuja. I'm glad I was able to see you again, Yusha, even if it was only a dream. Let's go, Yuki. Can I inquire on the mother? Nope. A skilled merchant who hails from the Sunlands. He was invited to Wishvale where he fulfilled his dream of setting up his own shop. Honey, is that woman facing away his girlfriend who's dead in the real world, I think. I know when I'm being disrespected. You want to say fight is what on coming. As we weren't here before. This store's got a lot of rare goods. What should I stock up on? If you were the real host, so you'd be stocking up on cocaine for sure. This has a lot more to offer than I thought. The only daughter of the Kozion family. When she discovered this town has everything one needs to live comfortably, she realized there is more to life than being a merchant. This was all a dream. I can't believe I thought it was real. Someone has some explaining to do. Hey, one who likes to collect rings. You want to share a seat from your parents as a child is their favorite. That's a nice ring. Can I have it, please? Yeah, there's it either way back there. And that's where search is. How could I not like I've gone for that immediately? A songstress who was taking the Flatlands by storm. She took a liking to Wishfay and decided to retire there. Save your wife, okay? How could I have forgotten? You are my song. Wishvale's Taylor. He was originally trained to be a warrior, but ended up abandoning the sword that flows into Frid and decided to pursue his hobby of sewing instead. He uses his power to trick us all. Cannot stay here and allow my skills to rot. A playwright for his small theater troupe. He lives a modest life with his wife, a former actress, and his son. Uninterested in achieving great fame, he's content to put on smaller productions which are highly regarded by his audience. A cat sage who manages a museum. He likes to write letters to all the land's travelers, extolling the virtues of Wishvale. Is it time for dinner already? The most popular dancer in Sunshine. She's currently on vacation and has come to Wishvale after hearing how peaceful it is. And no mentions of like fixing anything in her backstory to not spoil on Octopath 1. A former playwright who held large-scale performances all over the continent. When he met Schwartz in his small troupe, he instantly resonated with him in subtle ways. He has since quit writing plays and now works as Schwartz's assistant. You say it as I dream. I am the shipwreck king. I'll continue to forge ahead for the rest of my days. Yeah, someone forgot to write the rest of Green Rose's line. I'll say that I drink of water, so give me a minute. A deacon serves Wishvale's church. She's helping her grandmother, Yaya, be prepared for the day of reverence. Snatch her right from the front of her grandma. It was a nice dream, but I don't want to run from my mistakes anymore. A princess of Fedoras, though she sometimes hides behind her older sister. Her kind and warm ways have earned her people's favor. No, my sister, she is. I vow to carry out your will. Illuminate Eureka. Where is the prompt? That sucks. We brought plenty of white grape wine in the juice with us. Want everyone to have some? third daughter of the famed House Bertolini. After their parents' death, she and her sisters inherited the family's vast fortune. She is known for philanthropy and has been trying to use her newfound wealth to enrich the lives of everyone on the continent. I don't know, Hermina would be a nasty and very popular influencer if she was born in the modern day. A researcher of ancient cultures, she came to Wishvale to study legends regarding the Flamebringer. So this isn't real. Just an astounding creation by a divine power. A scholar from Atlazon, he followed the rumors of the Azure Flamestone to Wishvale, but over time he became enamored by the town. He has his research and now spends his day without a care in the world. That's right, I shouldn't be dawdling here. There are soul stones across the world that have yet to be discovered. Oh, his name sounds like Shadows. That could also be the name of a Kingdom Hearts character. A professor came to broaden his knowledge. Despite the town's deep history and culture, he found that the people look to the future without learning on the past. A notion that has encouraged him to try and accept things as they are. I see, so this is but a dream. I still have much to learn. By this point I should... Oh, I can't change my party members. I was gonna say I should be getting my party back into shape. I never checked the bottommost part because of the cutscene. Help me, Yuki. Nello's so excited about being a tour guide that she wants to give me a moment's peace. But to me I look like I'm enjoying it. Nothing could be further from the truth. Welcome to Wishvale, the town of hope that's blessed by the sacred flame itself. Come on, Lotus, you need to practice with me. More visitors are on their way. Living a cozy life until you die. Doesn't sound too bad to me. That reminds me of there's a weapon called the Chi Blade. It's probably the Keyblade. I think it's Chi Blade, like CHI. An apothecary who hails from Clearbrook. He initially set out wanting to save people across the continent, but since coming to Wishvale, his aim has slowly begun to change. Can't stand around here doing nothing. Yes, the town is swarming with people. I bet it will only keep getting busy and busy, right, Yuki? Actually, it's getting less busy as I kidnap everybody. I'm not a merchant anymore. I deliver all sorts of goods to those in need. My goal is to swap everyone I possibly can. A foreign merchant from a small village in the Riverlands. She travels the continent, delivering items along the way. That ain't right. I don't want our journey to be erased. I am and always will be your friend. I think my little brother will do well in this town, even in his current condition. A capable apothecary. She settled in Wishvale after deeming it a suitable environment for your younger brother, who has trouble walking. Thanks for opening my eyes. There are still those that need to be healed. So that is quite the X-Blade. Oh yeah, I know what it looks like, but I thought it was called it was pronounced the Chi-Blade. Because there is the mobile games called Kingdom Hearts X, but it's pronounced Kingdom Hearts G. I was gonna say, I bet Tobrek is by the graveyard, but there's no graveyard. I mean, he's in the right place. There are many skilled warriors here, as well as transient youths. I can see my skills are not needed. Perhaps I should partake in fishing, something I may enjoy. A knight who hails from the fallen kingdom of Hornburg. Oh, there are... Hornburg is still a fallen kingdom? Was there still a civil war? Encouraged by the hero Titus to find meaning outside of battle, he has begun searching for a means of happiness in this peaceful town. Immersing yourself in an ideal world may help you forget what you have lost, however. A dream is nothing but a dream. Now, did I forget anybody? Going over my head if there's any party members I didn't see here yet. Okay, imagine if, like, if you forget to retrieve someone here, you lose them for the rest of the game. As a consequence for not remembering your party members. Sorry, because chi sounds like ki depending on how you pronounce it. If it's in Japanese, it's chi. Indeed, it can't drag your rig along. Unfortunately.
これが答えか。私の思い描く欲なき世を。そなたは否定するのだな。
Did you enter the church? Yeah, that's where I got pills.
なぜだ。なぜそうまでして欲深い世界を守る。だが私は欲なき世を作る。それこそが炎が選んだ道なのだ。
If I left anybody behind, that's it. They're stuck there forever. At least I ensure I got all my main party back. The people 4-star remember you once again. And now I can farm it again. At least they still have their equipment. At least Remy has. Hi there, Alexis. How have you been doing? So Laurana, where's Alexia? Saoirse? Raymond, Delicia, Altrix, and Delaune. You decide to write that other wish for you. Pops and everyone until it's still alive. My grandmother was in such good health. Maybe those things could have happened. But if I guess they didn't, I couldn't protect anyone. How do you think about it? Even the ones who destroyed the town were perfectly good people there. It made me wonder if that could have been your reality, but you can't just forget what happened. I love seeing everyone again, but it felt empty, like walking on a cloud. Everyone's lives were stripped of all the ugly, complicated parts. To be honest, it was a little unnerving. We never would have gotten out if it weren't for Yuki. By the way, Our town is given the name Wishfield for a reason, right? Maybe I was starting in the depths of despair, but one by one we gain new friends and constructed new buildings, making everyone's wishes come true. That's why I made it our very own. We don't need false hope, so let's get our town back. Our very own Wishfield. And look, we're way up here. I never thought this part of the map was going to be accessible. And this was where you got the gate to hell. If I come back here, I go back to the shrine, right? Would be interesting seeing more party members talking about what they saw. It would, but on the other hand, would be here for the rest of the stream. Like, I'm starting to think I won't end the campaign tomorrow. Especially if there's more diaries to sift through. Power, the desire to rule, if ever seeking to suppress others in order to protect oneself. And yet, the only fruits this bears in is the insatiable impulse to conquer even order itself, like Anura's ocean. Those who relied on their own strength were defeated by those yet strong within them. It is dark this was removed from the world, perhaps. I'm saying Sadantus is just a fanfiction writer, he's even keeping diaries now. That's what's a ship doing up here. Now there's a surprise, so I wasn't expecting to find an ocean here. This is the realm of the gods, I presume they can create anything. There's no need to be frightened. Nevertheless... Oh yeah, he's a shipwreck, yes, shipwreck PTSD. Why not lighting the mood with one of those songs of yours? That's a marvelous idea, prepare to be dazzled. Very well, but if you do not amuse me, I reserve the right to consume your energy. Why are you hesitating? Are you not confident in your abilities? Nay, I am the Theodore King. I shall compose a song about this stunning ocean at once. My deepest storm revived. Oh heart, pray do not write. I am the shipwreck king, beset on all sides by waves, cursed by the sea for all my days. I don't know, Yuki, what do you think of this song? I enjoyed it as well. The lyrics were inane, yet they struck a chord in the face of what lies before us. My words are reached with the impress of a foreign land. Once this battle has concluded, I shall hire you as my jester. Oh, cause we killed the other one. I do not recall asking for your opinion on the matter. After you met with the disaster at sea, you clung to life in a cave all by yourself, did you not? Now you have us and Yuki with you. Surely you have nothing to fear. Now sing us a song of adventure. Beset on all sides by waves, yet I have friends alongside me so brave. Together we shall carry the day, 20 our nays to ye. I am the shipwreck king, blessed by the sea to set sail with glee. This must be terrifying if you're actually on the ship, you could just drop off. Actually, it's not just like a Grumble of Fantasy setting, it's a bunch of floating islands. And what a scenery it is.
受け取って万丈か。ここまでだ。真理への道は一日にしてやらすさ。
There's a lot of those gate icons. Black's journal. So this was that woman who like usurps Serafina right at the end of her chapter, and she's the actual final boss. She was part of F1 of the post-game quest, which I never completed. That's why I didn't recall who she was. But then, like, you have to have played Octopath 1 and the post-game to really get what she was about in that chapter. That's why it was so confusing to me. But the gist of her plot, from what I know, is that she tries to revive the evil god Caldera, and then she actually does it in Octopath 1 in order to fight him. So she'll eventually get her way in the near future. Very exciting, that gives you more a higher item drop rate. And this is one way I have to find another entrance to this place, I guess. But there doesn't seem to be one. And those are very mysterious. So recall that this is where there was a gate with a blue and green crystal that comes up here. A Sanctoliphant with a rainbow aurora around it for some reason. Now there's a Digimon who looks a lot like this. Is countering something. I'm guessing skills is not weak against. And that means Remy doesn't have a lot to do. Rainbow Elephant for Night, that's a real Kendo monster. Oh, let's think of Mammoth, no?
よく観察して出る杭は打つ。
任せて。ああ直すわ。
受け取って私は取る。
まだ行くわよ。心配いらないわ。癒されるわ。
まだ食べるとは。
I was at the level 1 version of that thought. And it got everybody back up. It wasn't at full health, but still.
リズム感じて。ここは私の舞台。
一肌脱ごう。
ここは私の舞台。歌に
悪いね。すまない。一瞬の判断が生死を分ける。
Alanias doesn't have anything to damage its shoulder.
弱き心よ。壊れよ。大使だ。分析に回らせてもらう。ラッポートの一瞬にかけ。動くな。もらった。
今よ。ネチョネチョにしてあげる。旋律のままに。
一肌脱ごう。研ぎ澄ます。逃さん。
全力で私に力を。直すわ。ありがとう。
容赦はしません。背中は行くぞ。乱月の勝ち。大会の厳しさを教えてやれ。分析に回らせてもらうよ。
Let's see your rot. That make your take all damage for 3 turns.
私が皆を守る。小田さん。ってことない。受け取って。
Yeah, the other one tries to take damage, so I don't get all that works.
傷の癒しか耳を澄ませて。私の歌身を委ね。
ありがとう。借りは
始めるわよ。
行動を開始する。知恵こそが全てに勝る。出る杭は打つ。さてと。
So because Yuki didn't get a second wind, you're not gonna be able to stop this ult from happening.
戦わなければ背中は任せて。百花繚乱。彼岸レンジ。受け取って
耳を澄ませて。
一肌脱ごう。任せた。
休息にありがと
う。よく観察して。出る杭は打つ。もう一気やった。まだ泣きは吐くわよ。逃げません。
If I only had your ult up, she could also revive everybody.
癒しの奇跡を与えたまえ。うまくいった。直すわ。天は我らに。我が天のサビとなれ。これが秋。逃さん。
今よ。任せ。いや直すわ。歌いたりの。
逃さん。過ちを正しく。未来をこの手で。生活し終わりにしましょう。
But the good thing is that since I invested in Alani's magic attack, she can fill in for Remy if Remy is dead. And it dropped a Leviathan, grateful. It should be very fitting for Eltrix to have, if that's better. It's not. I mean, actually yes, because Eltrix never uses magic attacks, so this element attack is going nowhere. It's better to have a bit of crit. Thanks, Kira. But I have to get everybody back up now. So that's the blue one. I need to find the green one next. Also, I gotta say, I'm glad that they decided to completely change the look for the final dungeon. Because for most of the soul quests, all the dungeons were kind of similar looking, like hell-themed dungeons. Which I was getting pretty tired of. Doesn't help that they were all very long. And that's another one they dropped, I don't know how to get to. Yeah, there is sand falling here, so I guess I'll find the map that's up there, then fall here. That does inspire instance, dude. Raise level attack for up to 5 tiers when in the front row. If I could get one more passive on Alexa, that would be great for her. Yeah, not sure why Laurana was missing his skill. Now I go all the way back to the lower left. Divine Spiritual Essence. And would you look at that, there was another boat waiting for us up here. Never thought I'd find myself in a place like this. The Flamebringer led us here for one reason or another. It was on automodel. And was there to green about we've got nowhere to run. I'm ready to do everything in my power to help my comrade fulfill their duty. Might be a little late to be asking, but what is it you fight for, Yuki? I said this to Seraphina and she was very angry. That's one thing we have in common. I only fight for myself. I just don't trust other people. Same. But you said to do anything to help my comrade fulfill their duty. It's my duty to help comrades fulfill their duties, so it's ultimately for myself. Yeah, to admit that is sound logic. In short, it's better for people to settle things themselves, no matter what ends up happening as a result. You said it. Then let's press forward together and reclaim everything that's ours. I am glad you're eager, but don't get ahead of yourself, alright? I won't. A skill hunter knows how to wait for the perfect opportunity. Let's go to here. Better say a quick prayer to the Flamebringer to ask for his protection. It's another blue one, but I can't get to it. That one's where I came from. Glacius Cloud Air Mastery. Oh, nice. So it's gonna be a 4-hit ice spell. No, it's a 3-hit AoE ice spell, which is pretty good. Especially for Alani, since the tome I have on Alani makes the spells a bit cheaper. So it will contract a bit of this high SP cost. Now if only I had the same thing for wind spells. Nice. And I think I've already solved the puzzle here. Oh, I didn't, because I saw the blue switch but couldn't get to it. And I am so glad that Octopath Traveler has a minimap that updates as you explore. Because I totally forget which rooms I have checked already. That was a Wood Awakening. And I stopped auto mode in time this time. I will talk about that other world. Yeah, that empty world where no desire anything at all. I was leading a happy life. Not even thinking about curing my little brother of his illness. No one had any worries or doubts. It almost made me wonder if it would be better to stay. Everyone was perfectly content. There was no anger or sadness to speak of. It was such a strange feeling. I think I showed us from too much and everything over on a silver platter. Was a merchant to do in a world like that? Everyone's already got everything they want without us even lifting a finger. What do you think about it, Yuki? It was a sad word because looking at the Ulrika alive makes me sad. I don't want someone forcing their ideas on me. If you live according to someone else's wishes, you run the risk of losing your own will. When sadness and pain are wiped away, what do we have left? I don't ever want to forget the difficult times I've been through. Because that would mean I'd also forget the ones who reached out to help me. That's right, we all decided to keep on living while bearing our grief. We'll protect the world with our own hands. We cannot let it be destroyed. Let us pray for the Sacred Flame's protection. I think this will be the last level. In any case, I'm taking a break before I continue, so see you in a moment. Hi there. I had a couple news I wanted to talk about. So first off, there was a new trailer for the next sort of new Granblue game, Relink Ragnarok. A trailer revealing a couple new playable characters, including this one. This is a post from the official Twitter account. This is Fedial. She's one of the... Basically, there's a set of 6 dragon bosses in the game that later they all got a humanoid playable form. This is Fedial the Dark Dragon. Fedial was my favorite of the dragons, one of my favorite characters in the whole game overall, so I'm very happy she's going to be playable. Very surprised, so I never have guessed the other. I said before that one reason why I didn't get the original Relink was that there wasn't any playable character in that game I was particularly crazy about. That's not gonna be the case anymore. I still not planning to get the game like on launch, still gonna wait for a sale, but I know what I'm doing when I get it. I should say it's there with a... she's got a censored outfit in this game. But I'm not too worried because I know that in Versus it also had like censored outfits, but you could just toggle it off. So I assume it's gonna be the same in Relink. Also, Fadial is huge, she's like over 2 meters tall, so I'm wondering if that's gonna affect the gameplay in any way. Like, is the camera gonna pull back more if you play as her? That or they may shrink her down, which would be a shame. Or they're called the Wedges of the Sky, which I will prefer. The Wedges of the Sky is like a lot more... sounds a lot more distinctive than 6 dragons. In other news, there was an important birthday this week. May the 13th was the anniversary of my favorite Uma Musume. I haven't logged into my account in that game in ages, but I saw my favorite, that's Daiwa Scarlet. So yeah, please say happy birthday to Daiwa. Also, and prepare for a whiplash. I was perusing the Octopath Weekend, I saw this in the page about Misa, if you remember her. I minimized the window accent. Give me a second. So here, trivia. The initial draft of Misa's journal in the Gate of Phoenix was so explicit that the former producer Hirohito rejected it on site. Scenario writer Kakuno Shinfutsuzawa admits that it might be being the worst script he's ever written. That's that diary entry explaining her backstory, if you recall that, about her father and all that happened. And Misa went on to die off screen. I assume she was one of the sacrifices to make Serafina ascend to godhood. Burial's altar is a female draft, with the hate of a male draft, because female draft are tiny. Oh, I knew about that bit of trivia. Each one of the dragons is like one of the Granblue races mixed with the dragon features, like the horns. So you might think that the Galleon is also a draft, but it's actually an Eruna, because she has both animal ears and horns. Now, I need another drink, so give me a second. I'm back. If you want a drink here, I guess you have to stick your head under the waterfall. I wonder what the heaven water tastes like. It's probably my favorite Grumble character. I never rank my favorite characters in any game, but I think Fedia would be at least top 5 if I were to do it. Oh, I was going the wrong way. No, I wasn't, because the game is pointing to this direction. But I don't think I'm supposed to be going downwards. That's the wrong way. Oh, the game just pointed to any exit. The weakness for MF goes nice. It would be very easy for me to like program a expression with VTube Studio that makes my avatar size always pose like this, if I still like with Team Local. Yes, and I could like freeze it in this smiling pose like this. She's mod pose, since she's supposed to be more like everyone's mother in disguise, so she's supposed to be like Calvin. Because she has horns like a giraffe, but I always thought it was just meant to be from a dragon. Ears of an arrow. Those she have like the point ears like a Harvey. I never paid attention to that detail. Take where the beast of this is. Okay, not weak to Bowser. We are dead.
ありがとう。逃げません。背中は任せて。2連山万丈こ。そういうことか。手応えあり。一瞬の判断が生死を分ける。そこよ。受け取って。さてと。こんな考えたね。リズムを感じて。 ありがとう。ありがとう。万丈この一手。行くぞ。未来のために守りを固めろ。
Alrighty, ulting. Yeah, designed Mother Earth inspired basically, which makes sense since she's the Earth Element Dragon. Oh yeah, Grumble has 6 elements, so party members and enemies, and each dragon is one element. Fedia is the Dark One, and her dragon form is like a multi-headed skull dragon. Looks pretty cool. Eltrix, it is out. She didn't. At least everybody's alive. But I have no idea what wellness and low was design gimmicks are. I don't recall like in detail what they look like either. I think Lua is one of classes, Wellness is the fire one.
その身で確かめろ。
今のうちよ。頼みます。
新小白リセルガンよ。
感謝するわ。行くわよ。
抜くからには容赦はしない。百
I
花
think
繚乱。
I need to break this shooting. Just brute force
よ
the
く
rest.
観察して。マギア・アポクリファ。
お手すます。これほどの相手がいよう。
Also, if the Alicia doesn't have a rest equipped, I need to give her that. Otherwise, she's gonna be running out of SP all the time. And that was just one pillar. So this will be like 4 dungeons in one. Yeah, to the Guardian of Sin. So I'm making a pit stop at Wishvale. I still have to check if the Battle Test shield ever pops up in the shop. The Defenders of Ash is said to be waiting by the Cardinals themselves. I heard that someone holds the church's darkest secret. I saw the church for a long time now, but never encountered anything like that. I had no idea the church possessed such a questionable book. You're putting it a bit lightly, Lorna. Sugarcoating it a bit. Feels you also the rank of bishop. Do you know anything about this? That's a difficult one. I'm afraid my knowledge of the matter is cursory at the best, but I'm happy to answer any questions to the best of my ability. What is it you wish to know about? Now there's nothing more than hearsay, but the title of the book supposedly came from the ones who wrote it, those who defended Dash. Ash is what is left over after a flame burns through something. In other words, it's an euphemism for the darkness born from the light that shines on Worcester. So it speaks of Worcester's darkness. As Rondo said, it allegedly holds the church's darkest secrets. Until now, I had assumed that was mere gossip, but apparently it does truly exist, and that is the extent of my knowledge. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more use to you. Not at all, thank you for sharing. When an organization grows as large as the church, it's bound to develop some rotten elements. Just as a pool of still water steadily putrefies. And that is precisely why we carry new blood like you, Rondo. I pray you follow the correct path, with the blue flame ever by your side. Yes sir, I'll do my best. Still nothing of that shield. And while I don't find it, everything's gonna cost double because of that NPC's effect. Next dungeon. Once this battle's over, I'm going back to that tavern. Don't say that, Primrose, it's bad luck. What do you mean? remains equal to jinx us. It's something that often happens in stories. Oh, she's setting a death flag. When a character says something like once this battle is over, they end up never coming back. Yeah, in this very game it does that. Like, say the people talk about how they can't wait for their wedding in Wishvale at the beginning, and of course say die in the fire. Is the game making fun of itself, or is it just not self-aware? There are other things that are bad luck too, like crossing paths with a black cat or breaking your shoelace. You suddenly start wanting to repent for the evil things you've done, it means you aren't gonna live long. What about you? You keep believing in jinxes like that? I'm glad I'm not the only one. I think there's gotta be a good reason why people came up with it. For example, if someone says once this battle is over, I'm going to... I was gonna say they know, but the Wishvale story was added later. Like, no, but this party chat was also added later, because Karin is a new character in Octopath Zero. They are just making fun of themselves. It could mean that they aren't fully focusing on the fight ahead of them. So I think it's better to be cautious than to deny that jinxes exist. They got some really strong enemies awaiting us. We don't know what's gonna happen. It's not good to let jinxes scare us silly, of course. But if you use it to our advantage instead, then maybe they can help us keep a weather eye out. Yes, everyone has a different view of it. Sorry, but I don't believe in any of that stuff. The only one I trust is myself. Faith shall be your shield. Even if someone's sword pierces your heart. Those are the words of my house, as your heart. So I'll say it again. Oh wow, Primrose, you're so strong. Not really, I just decided that I want to be strong, that's all. It's that fierce will of yours that gives you the power to brush aside things like bad luck and forge a new path for yourself. I need some more water. I was muted. Good thing I noticed it fast. But you saw my special shift there for a second because I pressed the wrong button. I did see the notification for the collab in Grumble, but then again I never watched Fullmetal Alchemist. A wealth the desire to possess. A primordial impulse as old as Earth itself. And yet the only fruit this bears is a fleeting mirage as ungraspable as sand. Both the haves and have-nots were consumed by this fixation. It is like desire was removed from the world, perhaps. We're fighting, collecting Sazonsu's pages like his Slenderman. One of those puzzles, huh?
戦わな将来が終わりますね。この血をきっと無駄にはしない。
Here we are in the heavens. According to the church, it is where the gods went to heal their wounds. But doesn't seem like a very good place to do that. Everything we meet attacks us. Perhaps they are fighting to protect the gods who are yet wounded. Sazantos is using the rings to steer them away. A valid theory, their aggressiveness does suggest they're struggling against his control. I suppose his desire to eliminate Tao to refuse to obey him. That guy makes my blood boil. So we're gonna kill him dead, right, Yuki? As opposed to kill him alive? That's what I like to hear. There is one small complication though, he's a god now. Killing him could have major ramifications. We'll just make a big line like all the party members and everybody gets to slap Sazantos across the face once. We can figure that out later. First we kill him dead. Hold on a sec, as an apothecary I can't just sit here and listen to you talking about killing folks. What about you leaving half dead? Then I'll heal him. Are you out of your mind? He's not gonna pay you. Yeah, I doubt he'd thank you either. Whatever the case may be, all we can do now is press further. Not like there's any path that will lead us back anyway. Unless you fast travel. Let's get going. But if you could pick up a divine ring on the way, that'd be great. I for one would prefer to collect all 7. Talk about greedy. No wonder he doesn't like you too one bit. He doesn't like you either, Alpha. I'm assuming that all those curse something equipment I'm getting will have like a... You reduce one of your stats, but you can reverse out of the one accessory.
リズム戦わなければ烈風よここまでです私たちの勝利です
And you could zoom in at any moment. I thought it just looked like that by default. And I assume this drop will lead me to one of the chests way down there. What's the matter, Alani? You're signing off into the distance. I didn't know you were there. In that other world, my sister was alive. We led full happy lives together. I can't stop thinking about it, even after waking from the dream. If only I had been stronger. Perhaps I could have stopped your execution. Then maybe we could have worked together to put an end to Father's madness. I know how you feel. There are a ton of people you feel safe. Except that's all in the past. It's cool to reflect sometimes, but now is not the time for that. There is some logic in that. However, I believe we have much to learn from history. We must accept both the good and the bad and let it inform our decisions in the present. In my opinion, that is a crucial ability to develop. Alright, you can't change the past, but you can definitely change the future if you keep yourself planted in the present. The past flows into the present, which continues into the future. So right now, let us speak of the future instead. Personally, I would just like to expand the peace treaty even further. Our 3 countries alone will not be able to keep true peace. Couldn't agree more, old man. We should join hands just not with our neighboring countries, but ones that being our enemies too. Negotiations will be tough, but that's part of our jobs as rulers. Yes, it's something only we can do. Now it's time to reclaim our initial favor and repeat what we said at the signing ceremony. Made the light shine upon Restaurant. Fiery talks more like therapy talk. We'll be getting stone locked by Toss for a while. At least seems like they're going over everyone, so Sarge is gonna eventually speak one of those. I dropped there and of course I was meant to go down here for the chest. Oh, whatever. Not like any new equipment anyway. I mean, don't I need this? It only shows up on the shop and it's very rare from the looks of it.
フィールドワークと行こう。耳を将来が終わりますね。この地をきっと無駄にはしない。
Okay, let's take this other drop. Was that worth it? Oh, that's a very good one. Maybe I'll have to fall down that hole again. Oh, I'm not sure why I would give this one. The other drops just over here. If you were building a full accuracy build, this would be good alongside with blessing these guys. If you wanted to like hit that multi-hit spear attack more reliably. Now are we done with the puzzles? Oh, there's our answer. Also, I thought for a second that my PC had turned on the night lights. When it shouldn't, because it is kind of a yellow glowtory thing now. There was a party shot. Why did it for you? I never made it top that bizarre word. What is that place? I don't know, but somehow Sonia was there with me. We were all happily working together. So I met some people that you miss. Yeah, but that place was just like a powder dream. Everything vanishes as soon as you wake up. It's worse than a powder dream because it leaves you with a nasty feeling in your chest. Was that really the word I wished for? I don't need any deciding things for me, I'll choose my own dreams. Thank you. We don't have time to be fooling around in a fast paradise, we should get going. We'll rebuild Valor and turn it into a paradise. Those white graves show some real promise. You continue for marketing. Sounds like we got ourselves a deal. Should we do your usual thing? For the family. No, I lost track of what I was doing. I was speeding up a bit because I wanted to beat that boss over there as the final thing I do today. Yeah. I was about to ask how do I get to the red crystal. I thought at this point I should be using some for the buffs. These sacred beasts of the stones. Lauren doesn't have a dispel, does she? Looks like a fox wedge of cold Tara from Monster Hunter. Well, I was gonna say it looks like the ultimate weapon from Final Fantasy.
もう大丈夫よ。
よく観察して。出る杭は打つ。受け取って。
しかしここで踏ん張らなきゃ。倒れられないの。直す。
礼を言うよ。
耳を澄ませて見てなさい。
一瞬の判断が満月の勝ち。受け取って。よく観察して。出る杭は打つ。想定通り。
逃さないわ。任せてちょうだい。味わいなさい。波状射撃よ。
後期来たれる。満月の勝ち。受け取って。
舞台は整った。
逃さん。やるべきことはわかるね。マギア・アポクリファ。
I commend it for surviving a ult from Alexia, at least for a little while. I don't know what's that, I don't know much about Final Fantasy. You might remember the monster in Monster Girl Quest was based on that same monster. Yeah, I thought I'd be teleporting to that building in the horizon, but there's still a third part of the dungeon. Here's one more chance for the shield to show up. Ah, nothing again. The skies of Ennilia. Fame, the desire for recognition, ever seeking delight in praise from others. And yet the only fruit this bears is the hollow dream of the moon one day producing sunlight. Those who desperately try to shore up their feeble self-confidence, in this way lost sight of themselves. It is dark desire was removed from the world, perhaps. Oh, the shot shows up in the opening movie of the game, the title screen. Oh, finally. What a stunning view. Indeed, it seems like the phrase not of this world was created specifically for moments like this. Except in this case it's literal and not figurative. Glittering fragments of light slip through my hands out of sight. In this world created by the gods, humans can only stand in awe. Also, I think it's a crime that Sorcha is a singer, but none of the cutscenes where she's singing are ever voice acted, so I never get to listen to it. Like in general, I think this game does have a flaw in having a lot of cutscenes that should be voice acted, not being that. Was that composition meant to express your feelings about this place? Yes, it's gorgeous, but also sad and lonely. I imagine his sight must be much the same, beautiful but suffering. His idea of a perfect world was one that contained only lovely things. Are you saying you approve of the world he made, Sorcha? I don't think it's right for someone to create a world based on their own individual ideals. Yes, but being right and being beautiful are two different things. What do you think, Yuki? Yeah, what a choice game is presenting me. Beautiful things are attractive, plain and simple. I don't think it benefits anyone to judge things based on beauty alone. That is tantamount to saying that it's fine if ugly things are destroyed. That's not what I meant to say. But now I see many places that do not belong to the world as we know it. Moreover, we all dearly wish to restore our world to what it once was. And that is more than enough reason to continue pressing onwards. So let us see ourselves for what lies ahead, where we face the Creator himself. Oh yeah, we are going to kill God. That's how you know the game is ending. Now I just have to shoot for the next save point. Right, don't want to die that much. I didn't notice it as I dropped there. But then I can try to go a little further. May find another drop. Seems like there are several drops here. Oh, there's one last elite enemy for today. It's a Saint Alchemar. I'm back there to win top for a moment. I just meandered the dungeon a bit and then found this elite enemy. In case you missed it. A Capricorn monster. That I would wonder if the other monsters are supposed to be zodiac signs, but I don't think so.
受け取って
And there it
天の
goes.
道をまた一つ
It dropped a Hero's Axe. Which makes your lightning attacks stronger, so I guess it's meant for spare. Oh, it has more attack than the spirit attacks. But in that case, I think I should go to Delicia. Oh, I almost missed the chest back there, and I totally missed that enemy. But there's no way to get to it, so I'm guessing I have to find another drop up there. Which I could do now, like stretch this just a bit. Also, I don't forget tomorrow which drops I already took. I think I fell down this one. Oh, this one lifts you up. So that enemy is a bit more, a bit longer ways off. I want to be fighting today. In that case, I'm gonna be ending it after this party shot. How didn't I sense a presence ahead? Then we've arrived at last. What's the matter, Shirk? You are shaking. And now I'm training for excitement. That's it. There is no need to be afraid. If you don't calm yourself, you may be injured. When I stand before I first saw, I think of my master. He would be lost without me, and thus I strengthen my resolve to return to him. People need something to help them cling to life. What would work for Zerkyuki? His assistant Tessa, you say? Verily, if you don't return, Zerk should be saddened. Yes, I must return for her sake. Wait, didn't we have another party chat just before about how, like, talking about how you have a lover back home or something like that is a jinx? We are all going to die. I'm glad to see you relaxed. You'll surely return alive, no matter what lay before us. Yes, that's beyond all doubt. For there are things I must yet accomplish. Things for which I will of course require our wait, Yuki. So you must not die either. Well spoken, now let us go forth. Okay, and actually, done now. Also, thanks, Knight. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in. I'll find somebody to rate. I'm guessing I'll finish the campaign tomorrow, because I'm like 3/4 into the dungeon. Unless there is more surprises ahead. But I know there's some post-game content I want to do. I don't think tomorrow will be enough time to clear it. So there's still a bit more of this game to go through. And that'll be done for today. Thanks a lot once again. Hope to see you tomorrow. And have a good night.